Hey, Joy Life Changers here. How you all doing? Oh, well, I would say Happy New Year, but the New Year is now old because already I'm sure some of you wondered, where did January go? It was like, that was a minute ago we said Happy New Year. And then time is like speeding up so fast, and that's why I have to talk to you today about managing priorities, not just time management. One of the things that I'm going to do this real quick and easy because it's just a formula that if you apply, it will help you stop trying to manage time. I want to talk about it because I would say, how is your New Year resolution going? All the goals and all the targets that you set, we're racing towards time, and sometimes we don't realize that time is not something we can control. We cannot control time. That's what I figured out. So time management is great. Yes, understanding and learning how to manage your time. But I got a bigger idea, a brighter idea, a better idea that is managing priorities. What are your priorities? Priorities are things, they are your goals, but they are set in the order of importance. Okay, so what is time management? Time management is learning to use time wisely. It's as simple as that. It's like applying time wisely. But a lot of time, we do apply time wisely and we still don't achieve what it is that we need to achieve. Now I figured out it's not just the use of time, because you see, you can't control time. You can't say, oh man, time, can you hold up? Let it be 12 noon for the next 2 hours. No, we don't have that kind of power over time. So really, we can't control time. What we can control, on the other hand, is our priorities. Now, what is a priority? Our priority is, it's the same goals. It's like if I have 10 goals now, but I have to put those goals in the order of importance. Okay, let me give you an example. If you want to cook beans, rice, broccoli, corn, and carrots, which one are you going to cook first? Which one are you going to put on the stove first? Now, it's going to be a bad use of time if I concentrate on the broccoli, because broccoli is vegetables and it doesn't even take like 2-3 minutes for you to like cook broccoli. But if I sit down and I'm like, okay, I have to like put the broccoli and this and that, oh, broccoli is done now, and then this is done, and I'm preparing the table to serve the food, and I haven't put the beans on fire, what does that mean? That means I'm not doing it in the order of priority, because you see, the beans are going to take the longest time to cook. If I'm cooking rice, the rice is second. That's going to take the longest time after the beans. Then vegetables are the things that we do last. Vegetables, carrots, corn, these are things that in 10-15 minutes is done. But if I'm cooking raw beans, I'm going to need like an hour, to make sure that beans is well done. So what do? In the order of priority, I put my beans on the stove first. And then maybe 30 minutes in, that's how you put things in priority. So what it's going to be something you need to pay attention to that's going to harvest in June, you start in January. You don't wait until you get to June before you be like, oh man, like I did this because this was the one that was right in front of me. No, if we learn to manage our priorities, to look at that to do and look at which one is going to take the longest time, I need to put that one in front. So in other words, how do we get to a point where we can actually know that we're prioritizing? I would say this: don't do what is convenient, do what is expedient. Okay? Don't do what is convenient, do what is expedient. And what do I mean by that? Sometimes you'll be like, oh, I wasn't thinking of going to to my friend's place, but I knew I wanted to see her, but because a friend of mine came, I was going in that direction, so I decided to go there. No, those are distractions. They become distractions. What priority does is that it keeps your focus. It keeps your focus on the agenda. This is the plan for today. Now, if there are things when life is at stake, I always say all protocols are suspended. You can bend your plan, you can bend your strategy, for emergencies, but don't let distractions just take you off your agenda all the time, because when you want to strategize, like I talked about the beans and the rice and the vegetables, it's strategy. So you cook this first, and then when is this, you cook. So you can, in between those times while you're doing the hard stuff, where you put the hard stuff on, you go and you do other things. So don't do what is convenient right away. Do what is expedient. When you do, go check your list and say, man, which one do I need to put attention to right now? Based on your strategy, which one? Because if you do 10 things and none of it can be solidified without one, then you haven't operated based on your priority. You have to now do the one that is important, like the foundation, to carry all the other things. So I would say, okay, go have a strategy. Don't just write to-do lists. Have a strategy. Based on your strategy, prioritize. Like, this goes before this, and this happens, and if this happens, this will happen better, and if this happens, that happens better. And in that way, you use your time well. That's the only way to beat time. But if you think, okay, I'm going to chase time, I'm going to try to beat time, no, we're not going to win that. The only way we win with using time wisely is to prioritize. Okay? Managing my priorities, therefore, requires me to understand what I need to do first before every other thing. Okay? I hope this has helped you. Like I said, if I were you, I would say, okay, what is my beans? What is my rice? What is my vegetables? And then it will help me to put things in order in that way. Okay? Let's win. 2021. Let's win. Let's win big. Love you. Mwah.